Daf Yomi, Tractate Bava, Daf 5a, Part 2. The Gemara considers the subcategories of the various primary categories listed. Granted, according to the Tan of our Mishnah, his terminology is understandable, as he taught primary categories, which by inference means that there are also additional forms of damage that are subcategories of those primary categories. But according to Rabbi Chia and Rabbi Oshaya, why did they employ the terminology they employed? They employed the term primary categories, which by inference means that there are subcategories. What are the subcategories of the primary categories they listed? It appears that they enumerated all the various categories of damage. Rabbi Bava says, when Rabbi Chia and Rabbi Oshaya characterize as primary categories the various categories of damage that they listed, is it not to indicate that there are subcategories? No. It is not to indicate that there are subcategories. Rather, it is to indicate that all of them are characterized as primary categories in the sense that one is liable to pay from one's best quality property. The Gemara asks, what is the reason for this? In other words, from where is it derived? The Gemara explains, it is derived using a verbal analogy from the terms in place of, giving, he shall pay, and money. The term in place of is written with regard to a forewarned ox that gores. Exodus 21:36. He shall give is written with regard to an ox that kills a slave. Exodus 21:32. He shall pay is written with regard to the categories of damage, of eating and trampling. Exodus 22:4. And money is written with regard to pit. Exodus 21:34. The halacha that one must pay from his best quality property is stated explicitly in each of those four cases. In each of the 24 categories listed by Rabbi Chia, one of those four terms is written, so by means of a verbal analogy, the requirement to pay from one's best quality property applies to each of them. The Mishnah teaches the defining characteristic of the primary category of ox is not similar to the defining characteristic of the primary category of Bava. The Gemara asks, what is the Mishnah saying? Rav Zvid said in the name of Rava that this is what the Mishnah is saying. Let the merciful one write of the primary categories and derive the other categories from it. Then the Tana says, it is not possible to derive one category from one other category, as each category has its unique characteristics. The Mishnah continues, and the defining characteristics of this category of ox and that category of mave, in which there is a living spirit, are not similar to the defining characteristic of the category of fire, in which there is no living spirit. Although Native Americans might possibly disagree. That's my own commentary, but fire, living spirit, The Gemara asks, what is the Tana saying? Rav Misharshia said in the name of Rava that this is what the Tana is saying.